It's not that I don't love you, I tell you, you know how much I do. And it's not that I found somebody to take the place of you, but it's just a feel within me when you touch my hand, and a fear that shakes my body. I don't understand, so I'm leaving. I can't hear you this time. I'm playing it smart. I'm gonna walk away from love. I'm gonna walk away from love. I can't hear you. I'm gonna walk away from love. I'm gonna tell you before it breaks my
This is Danny Pepperseed for World of Reggae, together with Bitty McLean.
Yes, family, back in town again.
Yeah,
long time,
man, long
never
time,
catch up, man. So it's nice, yeah, man. Danny Pepperseed from 2004-05, so going way back now, man. Nearly 10 years now.
Yeah,
so
man, for real, man.
respect,
Long
family.
time.
Yeah, man.
Yes, Bitty, well, it's good to have you back in Amsterdam again. You just did your set together with Rude Rich and High Notes.
Yeah.
Well, you said 10 years since we know each other, but it's almost 20 years now. It's almost 20 years since your first hit.
You're not supposed to say that. Make me feel old. It's true, man. 1993 all began, and Belgium, Holland, Germany were the first
Number
places
one hit here, you know.
Yeah, number
Keeps
one in
raining.
Holland. That's right. So this is the places where it began for me. Holland and Germany, Norway, all over Europe. You know, my career, like I say, began on an international level. So it's nice to be back. You know, there's a little break in between, but it's nice to be back here in Amsterdam. You know.
Back as a real veteran.
Yeah, Danny's got something about this old thing, you know, 20 years old veteran. No, man, young man, come on, move forward now.
Young veteran, man.
It's all good, man. Music is what it's all about, Danny, you know that.
Yeah, man, for real. And well, originally you're from Birmingham, you know. You're from a musical family. Your father had a sound system.
That's correct, yes.
Your brother involved in the sound business
Yes,
as well.
all of us, you know. I remember the first dance we went to, I was 4 years old, and we went to see Coxsone International, and that was Digbeth Civic Hall, and my dad had me on his shoulders, and we were in the dance. We were in the early part when, you know, the stringing up the set and stuff, but them memories are still with me as in my days today. I still look back and think, wow. You know, my dad took me to a dance when I was 4 years old. You know, my mum was saying, "Don't make them stop out late. Make sure you bring them back." So even if it was just for an hour, just to see the set string up and the big sound system, like left a big imprint on me. So growing up,
I can imagine, you know.
it was just music, and we grew up respecting and loving the music. So there's no rebellious kind of nature in what I do or my brothers. We just love music. We collect music. And I'm the musician of the family. I took it up on a musical level. And we take it to the world, man. Good music, good melodies, and just present it to the world, and people seem to like what they hear from Bitty McLean.
I can't hear you. How do you feel? How do you feel? You're in my life, and I'm so satisfied. Your love and mine, two hearts that are entwined. So many times I thought I'd never find what I'm searching for. I wanna say tonight, you were the one to restore my love. Baby, tonight, all I want is you and I. You are the one I will love until the end of time. Baby, let me take your hands in mine. For you are the one I will love until the end of time. I know that life will someone to give your heart. I'm gonna take this time to say what is on my mind. So many times I thought I'd never find what I'm searching for. Seem to love someone is sometimes easier said than done. Baby, all I want is you and I. You are the one I will ever till the end of time. Baby, let me take your hand in mine. For you are the one I will ever till the end of time.
You used to sing on a sound called Exterminate, which
Yes.
actually was run by Fatty's brother.
Yes, yes.
In Birmingham.
Yeah,
So
but
tell us a bit about those
Icky
days.
and Brocky was funny. I was working as an engineer at UB40 studio, and two young guys came in one day, and the guy who brought them in said, "Bitty, these guys want voice 2 dub plates, you know." And it was me and Buttons, Matic's horns. So Matic said, "Bitty, I got a 2-inch tape. Just voice a special for them, man." So Buttons voiced a special for them. I voiced a special, and from there the connection was there with Brocky and Icky. So when they launched the sound in Birmingham, me, my brother, and a couple of other DJs, we were like the early crew around the sound, just giving them a little support, man, because they were starting from nothing, never had a sound system, never had no dub plates. I think the first special was me and a couple of the local artists, and then they managed to get a Barry's Hammond and Ninja Man and artists like that. So we were like the original crew around the sound, you know, and it was good fun. Them days were good fun, but it can't always be fun. So I took the road of taking the engineering and my singing more seriously than the sound system would, because to me I never saw sound system as a career option. It was fun, you know, you go out to a dance and you hold a mic and you boss a vibe, but as a career move, and again because the tide was changing, you never had artists standing around the sound. In the early 90s that was the turning point where it was all about juggling now. So artists around the sound were really a dated thing. So seeing the change in the sound system thing, there wasn't really a future for me standing around sound system as a singer. So like I say, it was fun while I was around the sound, but it was time to get serious in the music, and that's where I started doing my own little sessions, and songs like It Keeps Raining, that was the #1, Dedicated. All my early tunes, I just focused on getting in the studio and start recording and do my own thing.
Yeah, you done all of them at UB40
That's correct,
studio,
yeah,
Dep
yeah.
International, the Abattoir.
Abattoir, that's right.
In Birmingham. Well, it Keeps Raining was a huge international hit. You also produced like part of UB40's album, you know, Promises and
well,
Lies.
I was there from day one. From the first rhythm track was laid, I was part of that whole project. It lasted maybe 2.5 years. We spent on Promises and Lies, and I played bass, I programmed drums, arrangement and stuff. Even though I'm only credited as co-producer, what they call co-producing was production, because the band were never in the studio, and my talent within the whole thing was we were able to sample everything, the horns, the guitar parts. So a man just comes in, plays his part, and we could arrange the music. Nothing was set in stone, so we could say, all right, we'll start this tune with horns, or we'll place the horns there. So that was the thing that really got my job in that particular studio, because I knew all about sampling and the technology. I mean, it's easy nowadays where you've got a laptop and everyone's got software.
Yeah, and these days it's like the easiest thing you can imagine. But them times it was tape and editing and splicing.
Exactly. So we were still working on 2-inch tape, but to be able to sample all the horns and then place it where we want. So the whole album was sampled basically. So because the band refused to work together in the studio, but we won't go into their politics. We continue on Bitty McLean's journey.
Definitely.
While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, in the darkest hour you hold down. So reach your hand before you go to bed, my baby, whisper a little prayer for me, my baby, and tell the good Lord above, this is dedicated to the one I love. Life could never be exactly like we want it to be. How can I be satisfied knowing that you love me? One thing I want you to do, especially woman, and it's something that everybody needs. I can hear one lady over here. Is it you? So each night before you go to bed, my baby, whisper it up, pray for me, my baby, and tell the good Lord above. This is getting real, this is getting real, to the one I love. While I'm far away from you, my baby, I know it's hard for you, my baby, because it's hard for me, my baby, in the darkest hours
We're gonna make a major leap now. We're gonna go to 2004, 2005,
Yes.
and you did this tune for Peckings called "Walk Away from Love." Now that was a bombshell.
Let's get it right. I didn't do it for Peckings. I think everyone believes that I was produced by Peckings Records. I started the label with Peckings. The first release was "Walk Away from Love," and we put joint finance. I put £500. Duke Peckings put £500, and we released the record. So Peckings is the label. They had nothing to do with the production of my records. I've produced all my records from 20 years ago. But it keeps raining, and I still produce my own records today. Again, this jumping even further now, working with Sly and Robbie. Sly and Robbie are an integral part of what I do now. But from 1993 until the Bond Street project, I produce and arrange all my music. So Peckings was the label that we released the music. There was no connection in terms of production or engineering. So the album was recorded by me, but released jointly with Peckings. But it was a great project, and it introduced me to a new audience in that sense. Wheel. You should show the wheels, man. It's not me wheeling, man. It's the wheels. Yeah, man. Wheel and come again. So it was a great project, and what it was, I'd spent like 5-6 years engineering and producing other artists, and I got bored of it because there's nothing worse than being in a studio and I know I can sing and you're producing an artist that can't sing, or you're telling them melodies or they can't get the pitch right. So for me, I was frustrated that I might as well get back to my own thing. You know, I'm sitting here producing artists that can't do it, to be honest, so I'm going to do my thing. And I had a conversation with Peckings, and they said they had rights to Treasure Isle, so I went straight to work. I've been collecting Treasure Isle from the 90s when Treasure Isle was being released on CD for the first time. Enough people saying, "Sure, me now buy CD." I was collecting all the music, and my dad's collection and my brothers are collecting. So Treasure Isle is a music that I don't think there's many Treasure Isle records that I haven't got, or releases that I haven't got. So I went straight to work listening and sampling and putting together rhythms like Moonlight Lover, Rocksteady, Alton Ellis, those guys, the Sensations, the list goes on, and just started voicing. And it took a year. I voiced tune after tune and spent time writing songs, and I'd play Peckings one track at a time. You're not ready for this rhythm, you know. Whoa, sound wicked, man. So like I say, it was a joint project. It was a great project. But like all things in life, everything must come to an end. And for me, it was a big leap because I didn't want to recreate on Bond Street. It was set, it was done, and it done what it had to do. So to go back in the studio and recreate the whole thing again, that never inspired me. So enough respect to Studio One, but I didn't want to do a Studio One 8 years ago. You know, I didn't want to recreate that. So I made the leap to rubber dub. You know, Sly and Robbie, who play better rubber dub than Sly and Robbie. You know, so I made the leap to Sly Dunbar and Robbie Shakespeare, and it's the best chapter, trust me, Danny, because I've been some places in the world where with Sly and Robbie, or as guest singer with Sly and Robbie, where, you know, I've never been in 20 years I've never been those places. So it's been a great chapter with Sly and Robbie.
Some excellent tracks. So use some original rhythms from back in the days.
Yeah,
you know, like
Dennis
for example,
Brown.
Dennis Brown, Black Euro.
Yes, definitely.
Original Taxi rhythm.
Taxi rhythm, exactly. So like I say, it's a great chapter, and to even just to be around the musicians, because that's really what inspires me, being around Sly and Robbie. Robbie Lynn, Dalton Brownie, Sticky, all the great musicians. That's really what inspires me and keeps me grounded as well, because there's no hype or no ego working with great musicians, you know. So as opposed to being around a crew of people who can't do nothing but they hype you every day and say, yes, Peter, you had in mind.
No, man. The whole heap of yes, man, that don't work.
It takes skillful man to play reggae music. I tell ya, it takes skillful man to play reggae music. I'm gonna tell ya, it takes skillful man to play reggae music. It takes skillful man to play reggae music.
Started in the studio by myself. When I used to call little artists or young artists that are around and say, come to the studio, man, I'm working at a decent, good studio, man, come. A man would say, oh, I'm going out to check some gal tonight, I'm going clubbing. So I'd be in the studio by myself. I said, well, sure, if a man, you can't force a man to come to the studio and work. If you want to go out and have fun, good luck to you. So in them times, that's what really set it for me to even be here tonight. You know, It Keeps Raining, it still goes back to those original recordings dedicated to the one I love. 20 years ago is what set my foundation. So when Bond Street came, even if people didn't know Bitty McLean, there was a little familiarity of, you know,
the name before.
Yeah, I've heard of him. So the foundation was set, and Bond Street only solidified the whole thing again because it came full circle. Whereas with the first album I made, there was Justin Hines, Here I Stand, True, 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 Ken Parker. So the Treasure Isle link was there even from the beginning. Bond Street just sealed up the whole thing to say this is where this artist is coming from. This is the groundation where I work.
And then you could use, of course, like the original rhythms by Tommy McCook and the Supersonics, and that was.
Well, that's where the magic
must have been the wickedest thing in
definitely.
the world. You know?
That's where the magic is, because I always say that the love that the musicians played the music with. Again, it's something that you hear time and time again in this day and age. People saying music is a business. Music ain't no business, because when you're inspired to sing a song or to write something, that has nothing to do with how much money you've got in your bank account, you know? Or how much money you've got in your pocket. Well, I can speak for myself. It has nothing to do with that. Money doesn't come in my mind when I do anything to do with music. And the Almighty just sets it where I can live and I can eat, I can feed my family from music. But I never focus on it as a business. Yes, I sell CDs. That's the business part. I press and release records. That's the business side. But the inspiration to write music or to voice music has nothing to do with finance or money. And I think that's what the artists need to get in their mind. It's not a business. Leave the business to your producer or your accountant or your manager. When you're inspired, that has nothing to do with business.
Well, it's a funny thing you say that because, well, over the years I've talked to many, many legends in the business. And, you know, for example, Steely and Clevie, Sly and Robbie, you know, all those great legends. And they all say the same, you know. They say, well, we were just creating music for the love of it. And later on we found out we could make money with it. So it was music first, money after.
That's right. And like I say, I never focus on the money side, and I can still look after my family, the basic things in life, look after my family, kids go to a nice school, and never in need, man. The father always makes sure everything is good, man. And I think the new artists or younger artists need to focus on that, on the creativity, and not to leave the almighty out of what you're doing, because Jamaican music is blessed, highly blessed.
For real. So kids, take a lesson from Uncle Bitty, you know? We have a lot of kids tuning into our website as well, to World of Reggae, and you know, they're probably not really familiar with rocksteady music. So could you explain to them what rocksteady is?
Rocksteady.
Tell them about Duke Reid, because most of them they never hear about Duke Reid yet.
We're going way back, I suppose. I mean, Duke Reid came after Coxsone Dodd, because Coxsone was really the first man. Sir Seymour Coxsone Dodd was the first producer to own his own studio and start recording. But these guys had a vision. I truly believe they had a vision for really doing something for Jamaica, and Jamaican independence is really where things got into gear. So Rocksteady was kind of the soundtrack of independence when you check it. The scale was getting too fast. Like dance music, you get to a certain age and you think, well, I can't dance to this 120, 130.
Too hot, you know?
I can't dance to them 130 BPM, and scale was like that. People were thinking, nah, so that's where Rocksteady came in now. And it was one of the most romantic periods of Jamaican music. You had artists like the Heptones, the Melodians, the Paragons, all singing love songs, you know, classic love songs. Some songs were covers, but the majority of the music was created Jamaican original music. So Rocksteady was really an era, not just the music, but an era within Jamaican history of the music. And I don't know, I think maybe because I grew up in the 70s, so there was no such thing as revival music, or, you know, like collectors. My dad's record box was the music of the day, so he was playing ska, rhythm and blues. We didn't look to the music, say it's old. So enough rocksteady was being played, Alton, enough Tommy McCook instrumentals, the Paragons. So that was really my soundtrack growing up, to be honest. And I've kind of, I wouldn't say stuck to that route, but it's funny because even rubber dub music is still rocksteady when you check the tempo and the vibe.
Definitely,
it's the same rocksteady thing when you listen to Oh What a Feeling, Gregory Isaacs. That could have been recorded in the rocksteady era, so there's no difference when you check it, man. It's just the feel and the tempo of the music, to be honest. So rocksteady, an era and a sound within a particular time of Jamaican musical history. That is what rocksteady is, and I'm still pushing it forward. You know, because
it's a good thing you keep it alive.
Yeah, man, you can't fling away the old for the new. Enough respect to the new school and everything, but I still believe that Jamaican music is like a house, and you grow up and some people leave home, whereas some people still have to stay at home and look after the parents and clean up the yard and keep the house in order. So me doing the old school ska, rock steady and rubber dub is really just to, one, show respect to the founders of the music, and again to present what I love, the era that I love. Yeah man, ska, rocksteady and rubber dub era. If the tempo gets too fast, I can't dance. Me can't dance to them fast rhythms, man. And I'm getting old now, so just keep it in the right gear, man. In the right gear, Danny.
I've tried and I tried, but I just can't get you out my mind at all. No, we said goodbye for reasons that I can't find it all. But I know I was wrong. I was so wrong. I am a fool to lose your love. You got one verse, okay? You can't complain, you get one verse.
Don't give away too much, baby.
It's true.
No, you did your first album for Sly and Robbie like a couple of years ago. Moving on.
Yeah, more than a few. I think it was 2006 we began.
2006.
Yeah, I went to Jamaica end of 2006, and we started recording new rhythms. But it's like I was still pulling towards the older rhythms, man, because I think it was important not just to go after Bond Street, do a brand new album, but to kind of join the two to say stepped up into the rubber dub era. So this is why I voice rhythms like the Hold On to What You Got, Dennis Brown, Oh What a Feeling, Gregory Isaacs, Rocky Music,
yeah.
Merry-Go-Round, Junior Delgado. I felt it was important to bring that into the package as well, and it done really well. Moving On done really well for us, and like I say, touring wise, we've been to Japan, Morocco, Slovakia. The list has gone on in terms of gigs, and high profile gigs in that sense as well. You know, stages where it's not regular for reggae music to be in certain venues, and Sly and Robbie have been there and I've been the guest. So like I say, it's one of the best chapters of my career right now, you know.
Now for your fans, you have a new album coming up.
Yes.
Another one with Sly and Robbie.
Sly and Robbie, the Taxi Sessions. So look out for that. I'm not going to give away too much right now, but in 3 weeks' time, so check the Bitty McLean official Bitty McLean Facebook page, Bitty McLean 1 Twitter, and I'll keep you informed with the release date and stuff like that, because it's getting late now, my brain's slowing down. But yeah, the next 3 weeks or so there'll be something brand new.
All right.
9 brand new tracks which no one's heard as yet, so, and some classic rhythms once again, Danny, you know. And again, one more project that's coming is the Cornerstone track called Cornerstone, Bitty McLean, Ansel Collins original double barrel rhythm, so look out for that. That's coming on 7-inch, and it's limited edition as well, so
that's really
500 copies and no more for the real collectors of the music. Because it's funny, because even though the era's changed, you still have people that respect the vinyl and the old school way of doing things, so it's nice to be in both camps and respect both ways, but you have to respect the foundation, how things were done back those days. So we still press the vinyl because there's people out in this world that love to collect the music in that format, so yeah man, keep on trucking, man.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot for this interview.
No problem, man. No problem. I'm gonna send Danny my invoice, make him stay there. Enough respect, Danny, man.
All right,
enough respect, man. Every time, family.
Yes.
Love is what the world needs more of today. Love and only love. always be true. Just like the break of dawn, forever brand new. It's true that the rain falls from the sky. My love is a river that will never run dry. I've got love, and that will grow and grow. I've got love, want the world to you know. I've got love, and that will grow and grow. I've got love. In this life, this ongoing storm, I'll be your shelter, keep me safe.